Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. So, today's video is going to be on Kinemon. I don't know, we'll do maybe power overwhelming and then we have to do this. I've been trying to record this guy for the past like hour. And I think what I like is that the specials. So look, Kinemon, is he good? Yes. Is he good for this stage? I would argue, yeah. I think he has, like you saw there, he has good AoEs. And like these little like fire things that he spawns in, which by the way, if you didn't know, that obviously enhances all his attacks essentially, right? Which is actually pretty good. The issue is I just feel like he has just issues of like, I don't know, like build up is the issue I think with him. Like you obviously you have to play him differently, and like I know like people are gonna be like, oh well, why are you playing him like he's a speed or power type character? He's clearly a technique type character. And yeah, you know, I'll give you all that. Like sure, he's a little bit more complicated, and I get that he's complicated. I don't hate that he's complicated at all. I think it's actually pretty fun the way he works. Like some technique types don't really work that well. Like Chopper's like scope thing and all that stuff. I'm not a big fan of that whole thing. But I actually do like the way Kinemon's like whole like fire system is like worked. But as you see here, and obviously I'm attacking in a group to kind of just see compared to like everybody else. But like we're attacking in a group, and I could barely do anything. He's a character that I think legitimately needs tenacity or something to help him with not getting juggled. If you're wondering also like why am I trying so hard to get those fire things out, is because they really do help like his overall damage output. Like if you summon the like dude, what is this? Like what is this? But yeah, so the fire spires or the lingering flames or whatever that they're called, they buff you, right? They give you enough you can do like fire tornadoes, but they can also power up your ultimates, I believe. But yeah, he's in general like a really fun character. I think though, if you don't run like tenacity, or if you honestly, the thing is, this is more so towards, I guess, people that want to like use them. Jesus Christ, dude. Even here, I mean, obviously, man, I'm getting frustrated. Even like if you're trying to take it slow, I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty, like the characters that you have to fight, like I tried in other attempts, I've tried, I know people are gonna think like, oh well, why didn't you like just like beat them all like one at a time or whatever. I'm telling you, I tried in other attempts, and the thing is, it almost wasn't worth it, because you like let's say I start the round and I'm fighting Ace. Guess what? Ace takes... Oh, I beat Ace and I beat Marco, maybe Whitebeard. Well, now I'm already at like 30% HP now. And I still have to fight Blackbeard and everyone else. So I think Kinemon has that issue. Personally... But as you see here, if you're comboing even with, like, I don't know, is it kind of crazy that like the damage output that he has right now? He has pretty decent damage output for a character that's like, you know, we're supposed to be taking advantage of cheat death and whatever. And he's pretty much like just still doing a ton of damage. Now obviously, like I mentioned before, his whole like tornado thing works like that, and then I believe if you do another one on top of it, that's when it can launch. If it's big enough, you can launch another, you know, like fire attack, and then it'll make it rain fire. I guess my issues, like I said, is just I don't think in terms of like status ailments in this game, that fire is that big of a deal, to be honest, personally. Oh god. Can you please, jeez. Okay, I literally am just trying to do a special to, or like a normal attack to get rid of him, and I'm over here about to die, dude. It's insane. So I don't want to make my frustration sound like, oh, you just, you know, you're not playing him right, you think he sucks. It's quite the opposite. I think he, like you see, you summon that big enough thing, that big enough tornado with obviously the full force burst enhances how many fires that you leave out. But it's actually like pretty insane, right? But I just feel like him being a small character, him not having like overwhelmingly like, again, when I look at small characters, my barometer is like I look at characters like Roger and them, right? Like even Odin, like what we'll see in the next video. They just have like insanely overwhelming power that like you do 1 or 2 attacks and their entire like gauge, they like you break their armor and all that stuff, right? With Kinemon, and I know not everyone could be like this, and even technique types, when you think of technique types, not all of them have to play the same. I definitely agree with, Jesus Christ. Like when I think of a technique type that I really liked, I think of a character like Kuzan, even though I like this guy a lot. Kuzan is a great technique type because not only... What? Are you... Alright, welcome back. Oh my god, dude. This has to be one of the most frustrating videos I've recorded. And it's like a weird video. Because it's not that Kinemon is bad. I really don't think he's bad at all. So if you hear me getting frustrated or upset or whatever, it really just has to do with the fact that Kinemon just... Like, maybe I think from now on it should be smooth sailing, because... dude, it took me like another 4 minutes to get rid of... Again, I may be using him wrong. Who knows? But we just had a really annoying section that I basically cut out, where I was fighting Kizaru, Nakainu, and Fujitora. Like, no bullshit, y'all. Like, even the freaking... Oh, God. Jesus, hello. Even, like... you know how I mentioned how, like, like, the AI knows when I'm recording or something? It legitimately feels like that this time. Like, I don't know what it is with Kinemon Showcase, but they are on one today. I don't know what it is. Even, bro, I didn't show it. I should have recorded it. Even the fodder are freaking pissing me off. They're even interrupting my attack. But yeah, it's just weird because obviously, like, I want to stay at low health, but like, I don't know. I do think, I don't know. Like I said, I will stand by the fact that I think Kinemon is actually like pretty damn good. The results may not show, but I genuinely like him. I like him a lot. He's a winner in my heart. That's why, like, I guess why I'm less frustrated. I know you're probably thinking, like, whoa, Geek, you were, like, super mad at, like, other characters or whatever in other videos. That is true, but I just felt like they weren't fun to use. The thing that's frustrating me in this entire gameplay, it has really just been, like, either dying, through BS or dying through or getting juggled like no tomorrow, or for whatever reason the AI being extra aggro right now. That is the main reason why I'm like a little like I would get like PO'd. But at the end of the day, Kinemon to me is fun to use. I like the whole fire gimmick. It's fun. I like again, if you combine stuff properly, look, we have full health, and that still did. I know Buggy has probably the least amount of health, but that did literally like 70% of Buggy's health. So I don't know. I feel like he has so much to offer. He has a cool fire gimmick. He's a little bit more complicated, so you can like use him a little bit differently. He has good damage output when you combine his entire kit together, and not just like spam. Like I don't want to talk, but if you don't just spam specials, if you actually combine everything, together, it's pretty harmonious. The issue is that this stage really doesn't let you have fun. And this is mainly, I guess, in terms of like if you want to do this is mainly if you want to do like challenge runs / you don't want to heal or whatever, right? That's what I'm mainly getting at. Because obviously, like a healing run like the one we're doing right now with Indomitable Spirit, yeah, like we're gonna clear this, but we could have probably cleared it a little bit easier, or like faster, or like. I guess because like I low-key got in my own head that like the challenge, like it wasn't really even started as a challenge run, but I noticed that some videos took way too long and like of my day. So I really wanted to, and I guess I was getting also proud of the fact that like most of my videos were running like 10 to 15 minutes, and I was like, oh wow, like these characters are all good. So kind of going a little bit backward. With Kinemon back to like a 20-minute video or something is a bit frustrating, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? Can't really help it. Like how do and I guess to answer maybe what people are probably thinking, like, okay, so like how do you play him without the healing? Like what do you do to heal or to run that build, right? I think mainly what you probably want to do is like, I think like with most technique types, I think you want to just keep your distance for the most part. Like Kinemon excels when he has all this stuff. But I think what you just got to do is lay the trap down, and then just kind of like let it rock. Like put their fires down. Summon the fire. And all that stuff, but yeah, like you combine all this stuff. Like look at the amount of damage we're doing at full health, mind you, which is honestly, like obviously aside from maybe characters like Kaido or whatever, for a small like quote unquote character, I think like the damage output is actually kind of impressive. Like we just beat Luffy, and Luffy is the one that's supposed to have the most health here. I don't know if that's exactly the case. And then his specials has so much, or his attacks has so much range that you really do get all his stuff back like right away. But yeah, Kinemon, is he good? Yes. Could I have done this without the healing? Yes, maybe. But wait, who's still alive? Uta still? Oh, Uta and Law. Yeah, I think to me the weakest part of him was maybe the beginning part. Obviously, like when you're facing, I think the issue too is the type of enemy you're fighting. Like Kinemon, when he's fighting like those giants and all those characters at the beginning, which obviously they put there on purpose, but you're fighting all those characters at the beginning that have range attacks, that have just insane, like they're all powerful. They're like, they're giant too. You have Blackbeard's very annoying, a black hole and all that stuff. It's just a ton of stuff that kind of works against you in the beginning. That like it kind of like starts to stack up, and that's why you start getting like characters that get like infinitely juggled. Okay, wow. So yeah, it's pretty dangerous at the beginning, and even obviously here. Now, when it comes to like, oh, what about his gimmick? Do you like his the fire aspect of it or whatever? And I want to probably say, not really. I'm not a big fan of like the fire, like the whole like fire thing, because I feel like the strongest like status ailments are definitely ice. Okay. Obviously, I'm only attacking like this because I'm healing. Okay, well, so yeah, that's like that's my overall thoughts on Kinemon. If y'all like him a little more than me, sure. If you don't like using him, that's completely fair too. I think he is a very competent character. I think he has decent enough attacks and stuff. That he's not too. Sorry, I always get like scared here. Yeesh, I literally could have died there. But yeah, he works really well. Obviously, as y'all know, I'm playing him very recklessly here. Because obviously if I were playing him like with the cheat death like gunna gimmick, I would probably be keeping my distance for specials and stuff. I can please someone. There we go, jeez. Whew, okay, this last part is tiring, I'm not gonna lie. Can both of you just please? Okay, I guess not. Jeez, I can not. They literally have 0.1 HP, dude. There we go. That was kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, final thoughts on Kinemon. This is a pretty longer video for a showcase, at least as of recently. I want to say he's obviously not as good as other characters in probably this entire DLC. Maybe I will say maybe he's better. Like he's second to last to probably Killer. However, I acknowledge his gimmick, I acknowledge all that stuff, and I do think he's a fun character, I think, as a technique type. I do think all his stuff is a bit, not too complicated, but I feel like it requires a lot. And if you're running him on this stage, as you can see, it is pretty rough because he does take a lot of damage, but he can also give out a ton of damage. In general, I think he's probably second to worst in all of these first 9 DLC characters, but I like him. Like I said, I understand his gimmick. But like when you look at a character like Kuzan, who in his own combos he can do Ice Age and freeze the entire area, which is very similar to Akainu, right? Where Akainu just has insane damage like AoE. But it's weird when you look at Kuzan, you look at this guy, and how much less work you got to do with Kuzan to be good compared to this guy. So I don't know, 2 different technique types, but he's fun. He's fine. I like using him. Let me know what you all think of Kinemon in the comment section down below. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.